Carl. So super dope one that just kind of dropped into the studio. It's actually a smartphone that I haven't heard or seen of before. This is the Tecno Phantom X2 Pro 5G, and technically Phantom is a sub-brand of Tecno. And by the time this video is live, by the time you guys are watching this, I'm actually going to Dubai for this phone's launch. So I haven't been to Dubai, haven't checked out this smartphone. A ton of first new things for me. So we'll take a look at this. I'll give you my initial impressions. Of course, my full review will be when I test this out in Dubai. I get to escape some pretty cold and rainy weather. So if we quickly take a look at underneath this, I can actually see a hint of maybe why this phone was sent out my way. You can obviously see the phone up top, but the back, holy shit. So we have an orange phone. Obviously, you know that I am a fan of all things orange. This will make its way onto the orange wall one day. But check this out. Oh my goodness, this is dope. And the official colorway of this phone is called Mars Orange, and this one is a bit more unique as it has this really nice texture to it. So it's a new renewable / sustainable and eco-friendly material. It's a unique microfiber back cover design. A lot of companies are shifting to that eco-friendly way, and I like that, of course, Phantom is incorporating that. And it's actually the world's first renewable fiber back cover, and it requires a multi-stage process to create, so there's quite a bit of tech behind it, and it also lowers emissions by around 38%. And when we look around, we have some orange aluminum that wraps around. Probably one of the best looking phones of the year. Obviously, once again, biased because of the colorway, but damn, it does look sexy. It does feel nice in the hand, and obviously it's super great, super dope that this is made out of recycled plastic. So just great to see. You can also see this huge camera module on the back, and just kind of reading over the spec sheet I saw, we have a 50 megapixel portrait. It's actually the first portrait lens that is retractable in a smartphone. So we'll kind of see once we turn that on, a 50 megapixel main, 13 megapixel ultra wide, as well as a 30 megapixel front facing cams. The big thing though that I kind of want to chat about is this thing on the back, which if you kind of take a look at most smartphone cameras, they don't occupy this much space on the back, and it almost looks like it's maybe what, a quarter or a third of the back panel. So I kind of want to launch the camera app, and what I'm looking for here is that portrait lens that actually starts to move out optically, and the camera module actually juts out ever so slightly. And this is actually the world's first smartphone with a retractable portrait lens, and that should give you real optical bokeh. So when you look at other smartphones, I'll pull out my 14 Pro Max or even the Google Pixel, all of that bokeh is based or created computationally. It's created in software. But with the Phantom X2 Pro, all portrait photography effects are brought together by these two lenses. And I know that I'm testing out this camera when I'm out in Dubai, but Nick, I'm gonna ask you to grab just a quick little portrait shot. We got to test this out. And from what I can tell, those look pretty clean. I'll have them up on screen right now for you guys to be the judge, but I'm also heading to a Mercedes event actually right after this video, so I'll just kind of test this out more. And as I said, the full in-depth camera review will come when I'm out in Dubai. But yeah, kind of stoked to test this out. Obviously, the main lens, that main portrait lens, that's wrapped around in this little orange piece right here, so you kind of know which one it is. We also have that main 50 megapixel as well, and the 13 megapixel ultra wide, like I mentioned. Just a huge camera module, and just make sure to actually rock the case on this, because the actual module does jut out. The first thing that will hit a table or hard surface will be that camera, so just kind of keep your device protected. So if we actually flip this around, you can see we have a pretty large display, and as the phone boots up inside of the box, just to kind of see the rest of the accessories, we've got a 45-watt fast charger, as well as a USB-A to USB-C charging cable, some nice little orange accents, and a pair of headphones. I haven't seen a pair of headphones inside a smartphone in a long time, so just kind of great to see we get some extra accessories. And we also have some user manuals, warranty info. We've got 12 months, so a year, a nice little case, so that's kind of dope. That will kind of protect your phone, and a SIM card slot tool. So decent unboxing. It's kind of refreshing to see that coming from the good old iPhones, which have nothing inside of their boxes. So you actually get some bang for your buck in this. So now that we've got everything booted up, you can see it's got a decent 6.8-inch display. It's full HD plus 120 Hertz, not an LTPO display, so only switches between 120 and 60 depending on what you're doing. It is rocking iOS 12, and it isn't as clunky as a lot of other Android skins over top. There's just minimal bloatware. I would like to see this obviously toned down a bit more. That's obviously personal preference, but once we start to customize our phone, we can get rid of things on the home screen. Nothing too crazy, no unwanted ads. And overall, the performance of this, it's rocking the Dimensity 9000 chip, which is the current flagship SoC from MediaTek, but it does have 12 gigs of RAM on the inside and 256 gigs of storage. The first thing that I always do to kind of test out performance is download maybe the most popular game right now, which is Genshin Impact, and it runs it without any issues. I'm getting pretty stutter-free performance and optimal frames throughout the game, and any hit game that you download right now on the Play Store will run smoothly and without dropping any frames. Even multitasking, everything is once again pretty smooth, and I haven't encountered too many glitches or crashes. And with that case in mind, just remember on the front, the glass is slightly curved. It isn't anything too crazy. I know that's either a love or hate relationship, but what I kind of like about iOS, some of the cool features, when you actually swipe on over, it has this little side launcher where you can access some of your favorite apps, but also do things like lock your phone, take screenshots, or even do screen recordings. It's just how iOS kind of works, and it also has all these updated widgets with, of course, new wallpapers. Like I said, maybe stock Android or closer to stock is my preferred route, but it isn't too hectic like a lot of other skins that we see over top of Android. So overall, the performance of this has been pretty promising, 5160 milliamp hour battery. And when you look at the specs of this phone compared to a lot of other Android flagships, I think that Phantom is starting off on such a good route. You've got other smart business features like Translator, File Secretary, and a 24-hour assistant. And yeah, I just can't wait to test this out more in Dubai. And of course, test out this camera a lot more because those initial shots have been pretty impressive. Let me know your thoughts on the Phantom X2 Pro 5G. If you have any recommendations for when I'm in Dubai, just let me know, as I'm super stoked to check out the city. And this colorway, oh, this is making it up on the orange wall. Hope you guys enjoyed this vid, and this is probably a smartphone that you haven't heard of before, but now you have. And I'll try to get Phantom to hook up an extra device for one of you guys. Maybe I can grab one at the launch as a giveaway, so just make sure you're subbed. Leave that comment down below, and I will catch the rest of you in one of my next vids. Peace!